Hey, it's us once again. I'm JT. Got my homeboy with me. Say something might be.
What it do?
And that's what he says. Welcome to another quickie episode. Is it on?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You just
Kind of centering it.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know you was gonna draw attention to it.
Oh, I mean, but you just move your hand across the.
Look at the. You can't see my hand.
I can see your arm. You talking about you can't see?
Just center in the
I
mic,
see your
people.
body. I see you.
We ain't talking about me.
Welcome to another quickie episode. What's happening, brother?
Nothing much, man. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I can't complain.
Right on.
It's summertime. It's semi getting hot here in Kansas City.
It felt good today, though.
Today was perfect. To me, anything between 78 and 85, that's golden.
This was good bike riding weather.
I don't know about that, and I don't think you know about that either.
I do know what the wind feel like. You know when you.
When you was 10,
it don't even matter. Anyway,
that don't sound like that. Recent. Oh, so you're back on the bike?
Let's move on.
Oh,
let's move on. This weekend was Novelty. She graduated. It was the graduation was nice, but I wish you was there, brother. I wish you was there.
I wish I was there.
When they start calling out people's names,
yeah.
Sometimes because people are going to cheer. Yes. People are going to make noise.
They tell you not to, but
they didn't even say that at this graduation.
Okay.
They just let it happen. But there was one. It was like a guy who would take his time, and then there was a female who was also announcing. They were taking turns. All this changed by me. And when the guy would do it, he would say their name, say their degree or whatever, and whether they graduated with honors, no pause, professional. But the lady, when she would say the name, and then people start cheering like, hey, she would stop. And then she'll wait kind of for them to finish. And then she'll start back up. So it'd be like, J, and then they start screaming. And she's like, T, bachelor's in this. Like she was trying to rush her stuff out there in between the crowd cheering.
Oh,
so
okay.
It became the
so
crowd.
People can't try to hear.
Yes, so people can hear her. So then it turned into the crowd I guess testing her.
Yeah.
So she'll start talking, the crowd will start cheering, and then she'll stop and wait. And then she'll start talking again, and then they'll do it again. And then she'll stop and wait. And she's looking around. It was funny because it was a college graduation.
Fans. Yeah, it sounded like college students.
Yes, it was. But she was the only one who did it. And I'm like, just say the name.
Just say the name.
Just say the degree.
Because they gonna mess with you because they gonna mess with you more because you trying to.
You keep stopping, and you trying to be heard.
Yeah.
And she was laughing and everything. I'm like, we ain't got time for this.
They was enjoying. Yeah, you was ready.
Yeah, it was long. It was long.
Oh Jesus!
But
I wish I would have went.
That part was funny. Yeah.
Old Novelty.
Oh, and after that, my old roommate Joe came through. Well, he picked me up because we rode to the graduation together. After that, came back, had a couple drinks. I stopped at the liquor store and got some Heineken.
Right on.
Brother man brought some Remy. And, my old roommate, he's from India. And my first question was, who you been hanging around?
You in the trap house?
What the hell you know about some Remy?
Yeah.
It's almost like him coming through with some Hennessy. And you married to an Indian girl.
Yeah.
What's going on? You got some more black friends, bro, that we don't know about. Somebody that helped him to some Remy.
You're sneaking. What's going on?
What's going on? Do we need to talk? Are you depressed? What's going on? Because Remy ain't cheap. And
it ain't for the faint of heart.
It ain't.
It ain't for the faint of heart.
I told you about taking a shot and you had to prepare.
I'm like, we using that?
You kind of got scared.
I ain't get scared.
Had to reevaluate your life.
Mama, I didn't come in, into the house, thinking I'm gonna have some Remy tonight. Not on a Tuesday afternoon.
It is.
Let me prepare. I
So you
I know what Remy
told
does.
Me this morning.
Nah, it ain't gonna happen.
Anyway,
but old Joe, I wish, but old car.
Yeah,
it happened. I've been down. But A lot's been going on. In the last week and a half that we spoke with you, it's been a lot.
Yeah.
Condolences to
we can get through
to old London. What happened there?
Another situation. It seems like a lot of stuff is going on in London. Like terrorists or like that's their playground. Like they're trying. Mm-hmm. And I don't understand why, but it's sad. Last time we talked about it, it was the whole Ariana Grande situation.
Yeah, in Paris. London. No, Manchester.
That was Manchester. But I'm saying overseas, like they just really trying it over there.
Yeah, that because they're not afraid no more. And I think they said they were gonna start doing this shit, and so
now I feel like we have to take them seriously because they're doing it.
I don't know why you wouldn't. I think once you get the technology, enough technology, and the willing participants, that's all you need. Shit.
So
once you got their mind, it's a wrap.
Right.
But condolences out to all the families. Some guy start running over people again.
I feel like this is a second situation with that. Yeah, somebody running down people in the car.
Now that's Paris, right? New York.
No. It wasn't New York. It was a situation also happened in London.
No, I'm saying with somebody just. Oh, so
running people down in the car.
No, that's what I'm saying. It was somebody running over in London, and
I'm saying this is the second time a situation like that, where some people being ran over, happened in London.
Oh, okay.
This is the second time. Now you said New York. Did we talk about that?
No, that was the last show. I think we said something about that.
Oh, I don't even remember.
Confused.
It's all good.
But yeah, for the third time, prayers go out to the families. I think a few people got stabbed, and I think it was like 3 suspects.
I think all the suspects were killed. They've identified all the suspects at this point. I think today they identified the last suspect. So, thankful for that. But ISIS took credit for it.
Yeah, that's what they seem like. That's the norm now. You got to take
sometimes
credit
sometimes you even wonder, like, are they just taking credit for bad shit that's going on?
Yeah, like we did it.
Because who else? Like me. Like I'm not gonna just like who ate the last cookie?
Yeah,
you ain't gonna say me. I need to take credit for this. Mm-hmm. You're gonna hide, and try to wipe the crumbs off your face. You ain't take.
If I was serious, I'll be covert. I wouldn't say shit
because it doesn't make sense in my mind. But I guess this whole terrorism shit is stupid. But that's just what I think.
Nah, that's real. I don't know, might be. What's going on here in America? LeBron been in the news. Sometime last week, his house in LA got vandalized. I guess somebody put nigga. Mm-hmm. And they got in the news, and he came out and talked about it. I wouldn't have went as far as Emmett Till. I think there's 2 separate issues. He went to the racist situation. You know what I'm saying? He went all the way. I'm not saying he's wrong about it, but that I wouldn't have went. If somebody just spray paint, he just vandalizing his home. I don't know if I would have went that deep into it.
That somebody but what he was saying, the hell up or whatever.
After that, what he was saying is true.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you talking about? Black. I ain't gonna say. He saying black people got it hard every day.
Right. It doesn't matter like your prestige. It doesn't matter how much money you have. You still have to experience. Because even like a couple years ago, Oprah was talking about how she was overseas and shopping, and she was discriminated against. They probably didn't know she was Oprah and that she had money. All they knew was that she was black. So that's what people see.
They could have known she was Oprah, and
they probably still didn't give a damn because she's still black.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day.
Because they know. They know who you are.
I mean,
a lot of them do.
A lot of them do, yes.
And,
and I feel like with the LeBron situation, they knew whose house they were tagging.
Oh, yeah, they did it on purpose.
Yeah, on purpose.
Whitlock.
Jason Whitlock.
Jason Whitlock.
I think I found out about him from you. You said he was from here.
He used to be on AM Sports Radio here.
Oh, but he
like
wasn't. He ain't from here though.
I think he's from like Indiana.
Okay.
Yeah. But you know he he used to broadcast because I used to listen to him like in the early 2000s, and I think he got let go like probably about 10 years ago, and ever since then he been working his way. He used to do a little bit of ESPN spots when he was working with when he was still here in Kansas City, but since then I think he had his own show for a minute, but he's been doing guest spots. Since then. Okay. And he's like a popular analyst now.
He has his own little show now, right?
I believe so. He does. I think it's on. Is it on Fox or is it on just internet radio?
I ain't gonna be able to answer. So,
but I mean, he got a show. Yeah. He got a platform. But he was saying he's been in the news because he been saying it wasn't a big deal that LeBron house got vandalized. Basically, it was an inconvenience for him. He basically, his stance was he's rich, and so racism
rich people don't experience racism, or it don't bother them the same way as it bothers poor people. Yes, and he was almost trying to minimize it as if it wasn't actually racist.
It's not gonna. It's like just a blip on his on his radar. He was like. That's his house in L.A.
Like his second house. He's making that point too. His second house. He said LeBron didn't even see what happened. Yeah. By the time he found out about it, they had already painted over it or whatever. So I guess he didn't expect LeBron to even talk about it. But it was still a situation that he experienced, whether he witnessed it, in person or not. That's what a lot of people didn't understand about what Jason Woodlock's comments. Like, okay, just because you got money, you no longer experience racism. You think black people with money don't get pulled over in their fancy, nice cars? Right. These racist cops want to know how, why are you driving this fancy car? Who are you? You still experience what we experience. It may not affect you as much as it affects, somebody who doesn't have as much as you. Yeah. But you still feel some type of way, and it's still racism. He was trying to make it seem like it wasn't even racism. It's an inconvenience.
Yeah, he said it wasn't racism.
And it sounded ignorant. It almost made me. Ignorant. I didn't believe him. I'm like, okay, this is. He's just talking out the side of his neck. He's just trying to get some publicity, people to talk about him and get his name out there. Because what black man can actually say this and mean it? That just because you got money, maybe he doesn't feel like he's being racist, being discriminated against because he has money. And it almost reminded. Didn't Lil Wayne say something kind of similar to this? He's never experienced racism. And he attributed it to, I guess, his financial stance. Like, he got money, so maybe he didn't recognize it as racism. But brother, you've been discriminated against. They looked at you twice and maybe realized who you were and maybe not said nothing to you, but you've been profiled.
I say this: have somebody in the same economic status that you are, and ask them if they want to be black. And I'm talking about as far as a white person.
Yeah. And I guarantee they're going to say no. Nah. And they got money because they know what the fuck we have to deal with.
Not even if they got money.
You said it's
same economic status.
I'm thinking about it as Jason Whitlock.
He was going towards poor people. He was like, poor people got it rough and all. Like poor people are the only people that can experience racism, which is totally dumb. And I'm saying like you gotta. There's levels to this shit. Poor people to poor people. White people like nope. I don't want to be no poor black person. And they poor too. A middle class, a white person, middle class black person. Nope. I don't want to be in it, right. Just because. They know.
They know.
They know how it is.
And just because it doesn't affect me as much or I don't let it bother me as much doesn't mean it's not racist.
Yes.
It's ignorant.
He went from a financial stance, but not a human or emotional stance. I'm like, you still, like I say, you always say, like, that train is never late. As far as being a black person in America, you can be the poorest person or the richest person. Right? Somebody's going to remind you
black
where they think your place is. Yeah. And that's that bullshit.
Right.
And so
we see it all the time with them coming at President Obama. They were trying to remind, like, you still black. You still beneath us. Yeah. That's how they look at him. And they're going to constantly look at him that way. And he was a president. And he still can't get a pass. He's still black.
Oh, no. I don't even expect a pass. And black folk, you shouldn't.
Right.
You know,
So,
that's just
which
real.
makes this whole Jason Whitlock situation not make sense. This is what I call like shucking and jiving. Mm-hmm. It's like he's after something. So he's trying to appease a specific demographic and have them look at him differently because this comment doesn't make any sense coming from a black man.
Sad to say that there's actually, you know, black people, folk that
That
believe like that. You know, not even just going out for something. They truly think like that. You know, but hell, you know that's his.
Like you said, the train is never late.
It's never late. It's never late.
His time is gonna come.
Oh,
and he's gonna be like, he's gonna try to rally black people behind him and like this is what they did to me. They discriminate, and we're gonna remember. Because one thing I don't do is I forget all the time, but I'm gonna remember this shit. Yeah, I'm gonna remember this shit, and I'm gonna click next.
Exactly. Old Tiger Woods got caught on DUI, but it was for he say that it was for, you know, prescription meds that he mixed together, or he wasn't accustomed to, or he wasn't familiar with. I guess they were new, or he just tried something.
They said that when they did the breathalyzer or whatever, it was a 0.0.
I mean, so it's still driving under the influence, but it wasn't alcohol.
I'm saying it wasn't alcohol.
Yeah. And I listen to my sports radio. Oh, they were shaming. He says him and his people say
his people,
his team, or you know, his representatives say, you know, it ain't this before they prove that it was actually alcohol.
Now looking at the mugshot, it's like bro man gone. Yeah, bro man gone. And I think they found him like on the side of the road, and he was like incoherent or whatever.
I almost shed a tear, brother.
You saw the video?
I saw. You know, this man meant so much to people, and you know, and he's down to this.
Mm-hmm. He's still human. He still has feelings.
He do.
He probably deserves a drink after everything that he went through. And then to find out it wasn't even a drink.
This dude was he was the best golfer for a hot second. And he just fell off.
What, the whole cheating situation? Didn't his wife attack him or something like that with a golf club?
Guess,
or something
man,
like that?
I for some reason I don't think that's just like, I think that's when it started. But as far as, you know, I don't know, man. I don't think a divorce getting caught cheating just breaks you down like that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you think it's something else?
Something more, gotta be a lot more either the people, you know, the things around him or his mind. I don't know if he, you know, he don't seem like, you know, he got a mental problem. But or people around him, his situations, I don't know if he got handlers or not. It's just he haven't won a major in 10 years, man.
Mm-hmm. That's what
this a cat that was just, he was that dude, and all of a sudden it just
that's how it can happen like that sometimes.
What's next? Bill Maher. Oh, just recently came into the news. You know, do you remember the question that was asked? Well, I know his response, but do you remember the question?
No, I haven't seen the video.
Sweet Jesus. I know he answered.
The controversy is behind what he said.
Yeah. You know, his response to a question that he was asked, and he said, "Oh no, I would have, you know, I would have been in the house. I would have been a house nigga." Something to that vein. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And all the people in the audience,
from what I was understanding, they were talking to him about whoever was talking to him. Yeah. Was saying like, come out, you know, and to do the field work with me, or at least like shadow me and see or what we do. Yeah. And he was like,
I wouldn't have been out in the field.
Yeah.
Something like that. I would have been, you know, I would have been a house nigga. Mm-hmm. And I guess he thought it okay.
Yeah. To say
like nobody's going to comment on it. Like
he should have known better.
He should have, because he's smart enough to know, like, man, that was.
And I'm sure if anybody else would have said it, he would have had on his show. He would have been commenting about their response.
on their response.
Yeah, he knew better. But what was he? Did he not expect the backlash? Did he not expect black people to feel some type of way?
I think it was just he thought he was with other white folk, That's like a joke you say when it's just all white folk around.
I can see that.
And he forgot. It's it's TV.
Yeah,
they
actually black people to watch.
And we just got a little insight into they little jokes, and it could have been just a joke, just a quick response.
And I
just because he's a comedian, I understand that it could have just been a quick response. It was a joke. I get the joke, but.
And then also, this is something, because he's so outspoken, this is something that conservatives, I'm sure, jumped on to use against him in order to try and get him ousted, because they're tired of him coming at them. So, where's the outrage? Like, you guys should be upset at what he's saying, what he's doing, in order to take the heat off of what he's, dishing at them.
Yeah.
I saw, no, that wasn't that situation. But what did you think about it? Like, did it piss you off? And you like, I want him off HBO. I don't boycott him.
No, I took it as a joke, but I think it was just in poor taste. I get the joke. It was a smart comeback.
It would have been even smarter for a black person.
It would have worked.
It would have worked.
The joke would have worked. If it was a black person, you gotta know how to work the joke, and I don't think that was, he wasn't the right. He should have been a writer, and gave it to Chris Rock or something,
Gotcha.
And it would have worked better. Kathy Griffin. Speaking of poor taste to me, she had I guess she posted a picture of her with a severed head of Donald Trump, with a bloody skull. I get where she's coming from.
Yeah, and it's kind of the way that most people feel. I can't really say most. A lot of people feel, because we don't care about this guy.
I don't, And I didn't feel. I didn't laugh and I didn't say yes. I
didn't laugh. I'm like, okay, I moved on.
I'm like, well, she gonna get it, or people, people gonna have a comment about this.
She should have known. I think, before all the outrage came, people were asking, I guess, the photographer, and the photographer was like, "Hey, this is art. I don't give a damn." But then all of the outrage came. And
she said it was a joke, but I'm like, so where's the punchline? That's what I'm like. What part is the joke? I give me something.
Maybe we missed the first and the third picture.
They were the first.
I don't know.
You can say. I'm really trying to. I'm like,
I didn't see those.
I want to understand. It wasn't. It was just her feelings.
And it reminded me of the whole Snoop Dogg situation, which he didn't get as much backlash because he's a rapper, and I guess maybe a lot of people don't even care about what he did. But remember, he pointed the gun, and there was all this controversy. Yeah. Donald Trump is tweeting at him, but he didn't get the same response, I guess, from the public, because a lot of people was like, we understand what it is.
Yeah.
This is it's a video. We know that's not Trump. It's just somebody dressed like him. And then I think Trump was even saying how his son thought that it was actually him and he was concerned and all this.
To me, that's more unjust, because you had one of them Acme guns.
Yeah,
and then the flag
came out and said bang.
Yeah,
but they still
not somebody's head.
Conservatives
like
were still trying to be. They were trying to be outraged.
I didn't see. I can respect the joke.
Yeah,
but it just didn't seem. It seemed like more of an art piece.
Yeah, I think it was supposed to be.
She said a joke.
Well, she's the comedian, so she's trying to explain it away. But the photographer, I think he was trying to go at this is art.
I can see, he was like, ooh, I'm going to get this look good. She thinking it's one thing and he doing something,
And we know that she doesn't like Donald Trump, so she's been vocal about that. I don't think anybody likes this guy. Yeah. But we also know what not to do.
Yeah. It was just a bad move.
It was
poor
bad.
taste.
Yeah.
But I bet that picture probably going to be like in a Time magazine.
Once he's out of there. And then, people come to their senses, because people are tripping right now. If they come to their senses, they can be like, you know what? It was actually pretty good. It was actually pretty good, I think. But anyway.
What's next? Speaking of comedians, Bill Cosby, I think just went back to court. I think his trial is starting. Do
you know what the trial is for? This particular trial.
I think ain't it sexual harassment? Ain't it
sexual the assault? Like the whole. I thought
one with one of the ladies he brought to his house, or I don't know where they were. But
all we've been hearing about is like sexual assault.
He gave her like
drugging
a pill
and
told her, I think she was there for like a part, or she was trying to be an actor. And I think it's dealing with that.
Okay.
I think it's that situation. If I'm not mistaken, I know y'all guys are going to tell me if I'm not right.
He's in court.
So I think they're in court. I saw Keisha Knight Pulliam with him.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. Why she's with him and not, I think his real daughters, just spoke out like not too long ago
and supported.
I didn't see his family with him.
No,
I saw her.
I saw her. I didn't see any of the family.
Maybe they didn't. All about?
Maybe they were just trying to highlight that Rudy Huxtable was also supporting him.
Going into court.
I don't know. She was holding his hand.
Yeah.
I mean,
like
she was his escort.
Yeah. Where his real family?
I don't know. Maybe they just don't even want to be.
Are they already? Maybe they already.
Maybe he thought, because they say he can't see. Maybe he thought that was his real daughter. I don't know. I'm giving you like ideas. Maybe this is what's going on.
She was gonna fake him out like that, huh?
I don't know.
Hey, daddy. Yes, daughter.
I don't know if he calls her daughter.
I don't know.
But yeah, she was supporting him, and it was surprising.
Yeah, because why she's
I would expect like maybe him to have some sons or some men
or
supporting because understanding like the gravity of the situation. Women may not want to be involved because they don't know really what happened. So I'm not going to be supporting you when I don't actually know. Maybe
she's the only one that's like she's old ride or die.
Possibly.
Because ain't nobody else. I mean, they might say a little bit of something, but they really haven't like.
Right, and I think was Kevin Hart on the Breakfast Club or something. I was hearing.
I think recently
they were asking. I guess they asked him about it. He's like, I learned a lot from him. I respect him, but I just can't support him in this situation. So,
well, he was like, I really don't know, and so
So
what you gonna do?
Not knowing,
you might fall on your face. You done back this man, and then you cussing
everybody out. And
they actually got video or something. And you're like, oh yeah, that is Bill.
And now you gotta,
you gotta do, you gotta do a moonwalk. But who knows? It's a lot going on, man, in these streets.
I feel like this is your way of thinking of what's next.
No, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. We done ran. I'm saying, I feel we done ran through it. I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah, there's so much more we could probably talk about.
Yes,
but
yes,
we ain't got time for that.
How Seattle done messed over my boy, and they done got some other quarterback.
Oh, Kaepernick.
Hell yeah. But
they like he's a good person. He's just probably not a good fit
for Seattle.
We all know what it's all about, and I'm hoping that Jason Whitlock understands what the hell it's all about because Kaepernick got some money.
Dude.
He got money, and look what he's experiencing. And I bet you he probably don't even recognize it with his old stinking fat ass. I'm fat too, but fuck that guy. I guess I felt some type of way. I'm done.
Are you really?
I'm done. I don't even know this guy. I don't even know him. And
Hey, brother, speak your speak.
Anyway.
Well, I ain't got nothing else. Till next time.
Peace.